everybody, and welcome back to the channel. It's autumn, it's winter. Well, winter's almost here. We're in a few days from winter, I guess. Probably a couple of weeks. Anyway, today we're going to talk about more of what's inside this bag that I carry with me. And we got a number of videos here to talk about what's inside the bag and what's made up of what's inside of it and all that good stuff. But anyway, hang in there, follow with the video. I'll see you in just a second. Everybody again, and welcome back to the channel. And well, we're going to talk. I've already made a video about my first aid kit, which is something I carry with me. It's part of those 10 essentials, and I carry it inside the bag. And something else I've carried for many years also, although I'm not carrying anymore, is this right here. Okay, this is the Ray Mears original Woodlore knife. Okay, let's talk about it. Now this right here, you'll see it's been used. Voila, there we go. You can see it's the original markings right here. And this is the original Woodlore knife that was made by Andy Woods and designed by Ray Mears. And this is from the second production. The first production was made, sold off, and then the second production, the original second production, was made, and then they had a problem with the heat treatment, so they throw all them out. And then they made another second production, and that's where this would come from. Okay, and this is they say a 01 high carbon steel. I think that there's been some differences along the way. I think the newer ones are a little bit different. They're not nearly as well. They don't have this stamping on it anymore. I think they produce some more mass now. And it's an overall length of 220 centimeters. Handle length is 110 centimeters. The blade thickness right here is 5 millimeters. And the handle is made of bird's eye maple. You see it's got a little bit of green on it. It's got brass screws on it, or attachments or rivets, whatever we want to call it, on it. And it's been a good knife. It's got a bit of a drop point on it right here. And man, I've used the hell out of this knife right here. Between this one and my Falcon Even, that's the two knives I've used for so many years. And this right here, I just sort of retired it out because I just like my Falcon Even a lot better. And this right here is a really nice souvenir or memory of when I attended the Ray Mears Bushcraft Course, actually, in the United Kingdom. This one did not come with this sheath. It came with just a plain sheath, a leather sheath on it. And I got this right here on the aftermarket. A guy built it for me. And I have, as you see, a fire steel on it. And it has a small pouch here, which I keep inside of that a whetstone, okay? A fine grit whetstone, so I can sharpen, renew the blade, this kind of stuff. It gets damaged, this kind of stuff like that. Usually a good knife, if you damage, if it starts getting a little dull, you just stromp it about 45, 50 times, and that'll renew the blade a good bit, so you don't have to sit there and sharpen it all the time. It's got a leather thong on it right here, so you can actually, if you're using it, put your hand in there. If you're using it, you drop it right here. You just reach down, you got it, and you got your knife back again. Very simple, beautiful handmade sheath. You can see it's been through it also. It's been used, got a lot of patina in it. But anyway, that's it. Now, I got this knife. I ordered it when I attended the Ray Mears course. I want to say that was in 2015 or 16, something like that. I've got a video about that, and still have a good friend of mine, Barry Goatman. We met on the course, and we're still in contact. This kind of like that. He's a good guy from the UK. Anyway, it's a beautiful course. It was this time of year. It was I think it was around the 16th of November when that course began. It was the very last course. They made an extension course because they had such a demand, and we all arrived. And it was a few of us who were outdoorsmen, who did a lot of out camping, outdoors, kind of like that. And but the rest of them, I think there were, I want to say we were 15 or 16 on the course. I'm not really sure anymore, but the majority of the course was like an office from London. There was one lady, and even an ex-footballer from Australia was on it. But a lot of guys, and they did really well on the course. Everybody did. There was also a dentist from the Army who was an ultralight camper. He was my buddy on the course. I haven't had much contact with him since then. I think life just goes on. He was a bit older. He was the older one of us in the course. But we had Ray Mears did not come out on the course to visit us, sadly. He usually comes out. I think this was he was on production in Africa, and this was just right after, I believe, his first wife had passed away. But we did have some really good instructors. Lolly, he was our main instructor. He was a former, I think, a nuclear engineer who just sort of decided one day he didn't want to be married, didn't want a mortgage, and didn't want all that job anymore. So he just basically changed his life, became a woodlore instructor, and started, spent all of his life living in the woods. And he was a young guy too. But I sent him a sleeping bag afterwards, and I actually were given 2 knives before that as gifts, one from him and one from another guy, but they were the aftermarket Wilkinson built ones, actually. And then I'd ordered this right here, and I don't think I paid more than 225 pounds for this knife, I want to think. But now the value is like way up there, especially an original one. And I appreciate that. It's a really good knife. Anyway, fantastic course. I was the last one to get my fire started. On the last day. We only had sunshine one day, and that was the very last day. Every other day after that in the UK was so bad, But anyway, a lot of great stories from that weekend, and someday I'll make a video and talk about them. Anyway, get back to this right here. This is a great knife right here. This is like the epitome of woodlore knives or bushcraft knives, but it's not the greatest of all of them, I would say. I really like my Eden from Falcon Even, and it's served me very well. I really like that knife a lot. And the only thing I don't like about it is the sheath, and people ask me why. Well, the sheath, because it's not this kind of a sheath. I like this style of sheath much better. That's just, you can drop it in and just push it in a little bit, and there's your knife. And you can actually wear this around your neck on a string if you want to. You can even wear it like right here, and you have a really highly unlikely chance of losing it. Or you can wear it on your belt. Normally what I do is I actually will stick it inside of a long pocket, or I'll stick it inside my bag and pull it out when I need it, and then stick it back in my bag. But because I don't really like wearing a lot of stuff on me when I'm around campus, kind of like that, but it works really well. Anyway, that's it. Great knife. Highly recommend it if you're looking for one. They do make them now still. They make them, like I said, they have some, you can go to their website. I was just on there this morning. All their handles are micarta. They're not in wood and maple like they used to be. But you can probably get some of these that are people who are selling off. Much more expensive nowadays though than the newer ones. The newer ones are around about almost 600 pounds though. So they're very expensive. They've doubled in price. There you go. Ray Mears is marketing his concept. Anyway, that's it. Hope you all enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions, please leave them down below in the comment section. I'll be quick on the stick to try to answer them about this knife right here. And I want to thank you for coming to the channel. Listen, you guys take care of yourselves. I look forward to seeing you in the comments, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. And you guys have a pleasant weekend. Goodbye.